A little word of warning, do not launch your MVP until you are set up to learn from it. Imagine you're launching the MVP for your tool. Maybe it's a tool for marketing people. So you put your website live, you've directed some traffic to it, and you've set a success metric. For example, you would like to get 1,000 active users after 3 months. Now it's 3 months later and you have 200 active users. So you failed. But why? Can you isolate the primary reason for failure? Here are some options, for example. Number one, it could be that you directed the wrong users to your product. Maybe because you weren't clear on your ICP upfront, or maybe you were clear, but you just got the wrong type of people. Reason two could be that the messaging on that landing page was bad. For example, it could have been bad, so bad that people didn't convert, or people did convert, but their expectations about your product were wrong. So they might have gotten into the product, but then were deeply disappointed. Number three, maybe your product didn't solve an important problem. It solved some problem, but nobody really cares. Or maybe all of your users already have a pretty satisfactory solution to that problem. Number four, the problem is important, but your solution idea wasn't very good. Or number five, actually your solution idea was good, the problem was important, but your execution was poor. For example, the performance is bad, or it's full of bugs, or the UI is bad. People are just generally unhappy with how you executed it. So if you can't isolate which of these five it was, it's very hard for you to write a proper post-mortem after your MVP fails. And you can rule each of these out by thinking through and testing them through upfront and during your MVP phase. So for example, to cut out number one, getting the wrong type of users in your product, what helps is spending some time upfront and thinking about who you think the product is for, right? And maybe interviewing these kind of people to check if they are indeed experiencing the pain that you are solving. And doing interviews, landing page tests, prototype tests, etc. You can rule out number three, whether it's an important problem to solve, also by talking to people, but also presenting them with prototypes for a variety of solutions, maybe prototypes to solutions to a variety of opportunities or problems, right? So you can kind of check all of these things up front so that you later can isolate what went wrong. And now also to the riskiest assumptions that you may have failed to outline before your test. It could be that these users actually loved your product and they would have wanted to use it at work, but they're somehow not allowed. If you just launch your MVP into the wild and send traffic there and you fail, you will never know that that's the reason why, right? Or maybe the solution was actually great, but they really don't want to download another standalone application because they already have so many tools that they're working with and they just wish it could have been integrated into their workflow. Maybe that would have been it. Again, you will not find that out by just releasing it into the wild and seeing what happens. So what is really necessary is for you to sit down up front to make your assumptions explicit and identify the most risky ones, and to do the work, the testing, the interviewing upfront and during your MVP so that you can isolate the reason for failure. This is the only way for you to learn from your MVP, and otherwise the whole thing doesn't make any sense at all.